This is gonna be a weird video, but it's been bothering me for such a long time that I want to talk about it. Now, really quick, just to get it out of the way, like, share, subscribe, all that jazz. Thank you to the patrons, the editor, and the people who are subscribed to this channel. Lord knows I wouldn't be able to do this without you, and all that other jazz. I don't mean that to be, like, short with you, it's just, this is bothering me, and I really, really want to talk about it. And, okay. Tropes in writing, right? There's no way to get away from tropes. Everything has to have a trope. Everything has a trope. Even if you don't think there's a trope that goes with it. I promise you. And there are certain genres where those tropes are very prevalent. Now, I'm gonna out myself. I read fanfiction. I like reading fanfiction. Sometimes I get to read the most wildly outrageous stuff made by people who I don't even know their ages, and sometimes I'm like, how are you writing this and not like an author? Because some people write really beautiful fanfiction, and other people I'm like, your spacing and grammatical errors are messing with me, please. It sounds like a really great idea, but it's rough to get through. But I read it anyway because everybody deserves a chance to get their brain funny out of the way. There is one, though, right, that I like to read a lot of because I think it is an interesting setup for stuff, and Lindsay Ellis did a video on this, of Omega, right, ABO Omegaverse, and I like reading about it is because it is a very interesting way of setting up a universe. And that's all the praise this is about to get. This is an opposition of the Omegaverse ABO fanfiction trope. I absolutely fucking hate it is because you guys make it really creepy. You really do. Right? Is because if Omegas are these, like, depending on whoever you read, right, either Omegas are treated as normal people, or they're less than in society, and then on top of it, for whatever reason, what I can only describe as their menstrual cycle comes around, and they lose all higher brain function, and so does everybody around them. And I'm like, that makes zero sense. Not even people in real life who have to go through a menstrual cycle lose their minds and want to screw everything. 9 times out of 10, it's, I am uncomfy. I am very uncomfortable right now. I am very hungry and tired and aggravated right now. I don't want you to touch me. Leave me be. Let me have my week of misery and move on. But in the ABO universe, it's not that. It's what I can only describe as unconsensual touching with more steps, and it bothers me a lot. And the reason why it bothers me a lot is because you guys do know, right? You guys do know that there are other things in the world. Correct? There are other things in the world, I promise you, that you can write about. Instead of it writing about just porn, realistically, that's all it is. Like, you guys could actually write about different social political issues that come up with this, because if in the event that, because if you've read Omegaverse, right, Omega just means can have baby. Alpha just means can get pregnant. And I've read other ABO things where female alpha somehow got the middle finger of they can't impregnate anything, and I'm like, you guys need to pick an option. Either you fall into this category and it is written and shall be so, or you guys are gonna have to pull that card for all of it, right? Meaning, male Omegas can't get pregnant and female Alphas can't impregnate, right? You're basically adding just the extra secondary gender with all the first gender limitations. But nobody does that, and it bothers me a lot. And again, this is a me nitpicking thing, and I know it's a me nitpicking thing, but let me nitpick about it. I'm just wondering, of all the things you could do, why, right? Why is this the hill that you choose to die on? Is because I'm like, look, as somebody who's, well, right, who wrote a book, realistically, it's mind-boggling to me that this is the hill on which you would die, but you wouldn't just, like, expand your universe out past the porn sphere, realistically, you could do it. Why don't you do it, Hella? I'm not into that kind of stuff. It took a lot even to write the romance in my own book. You expect me to write a whole book about romance and wolf dynamic shit that's not even really real? You are asking for a lot. No, not gonna happen. But it is a fun little jaunt into the writing sphere. You can do it, but if you're only doing it just for the porn, by all means, go with God, my brother in Christ. Do you see what I mean? My brother in Christ, my sister in Satan, my father in Faustian deals. I have a million of these and I need to stop using them before I get off track. You can go write whatever the hell you want. I just beg you, please write it with a good idea behind it. And if you just say right up front, it's just porn, thank you. My expectations can be set on the ground and I can just read without having to wonder if there's a deeper meaning behind all of it. That's it. That's really all. It's really all this opposition was just, it bothers me so much. It bothers me so much. Ugh. Anyway, thank you for giving me a moment of your time. Have an amazing day. Bye.